Yo, what's up, people? Alright, let's just sort this out real quick. Um, how are we doing tonight, everybody? Like I said, I would be back, so just sort stuff out first. Put the description in, and then what we can do is put the poll in the chat. Right, so I get into the whole this alpha male kind of facade thing that a lot of these some of these influencers are pushing, right. So that's that. Okay. So we got Andrew Tate, who's just really cringe, he kind of props himself up as this kind of alpha male. He's this guy who's really this expert at kickboxing, and is this but then it turns out that he's actually the federation that he's in is just kind of cringe and not actual, not world class, like he kind of maxed out, like he kind of sort of implies that he's this kind of world class level of kickboxer, but he's far from it, really. I mean, the guy's just kind of, now people might say, oh, well, it's because he's he's not really had a lot of practice lately or whatever, but I think even when he was competing, I think from what I saw, he wasn't actually competing against serious people. So I remember there was this thing where serious kickboxers only heard about him when he got in the mainstream. They never knew about him before all that. He wasn't really relevant to them at that point because he wasn't up in those kind of leagues. He was leagues below that. So what I'm saying is, just you can't even afford to buy meat anymore. Oh, really? That's not good. So have you not looked at doing some kind of your budget's £4 daily? All right. So maybe some online income or something. There's stuff you can do online to make a bit of money if you need to. If you need to just fill out some questions or whatever, and you just, if you want to do that to make a bit of money or something. Anyway, we've got 6 people watching. Hello, everybody. I hope you're all well tonight. Thank you for joining me. So we're back. It was good earlier today. I really enjoyed the chat. Basically, I think from what I heard, Andrew Tate was he was saying that he wasn't gonna, make excuses, but he kind of made excuses, sort of thing. It's the guy is just an absolute joke, I think. I mean, he kind of just portrays himself as this, world-class fighter. I mean, it's just kind of cringe. It's just not really to be taken seriously. I mean, he got his first break on friggin' reality TV, on friggin' Big Brother of all places, Like this is not a guy that can necessarily be taken seriously as a real fighter. He's a hustler. Some would say he's a grifter. You know, he's not exactly somebody that's, you know, kind of, you know, if he was, you know, really that great of a fighter, he would just kind of, I don't know, like he would be a lot more respected in that kickboxing community or something. But you know, like I said, people often only found out about him when, hello user, how you doing? Hope you well tonight. Hello James. Hello garbage. Not too bad, thank you. How about you? Hello Carmen, how you doing? Hope you well. If anybody's new here, welcome in. Yak says Andrew is a misogynist. Yeah, it's just like I feel like he says certain things that it's like, okay, you're complaining about women, but yet you're talking about having multiple girlfriends or something. It's like, well, it just sounds like he's a bit of a hypocrite, to say the least. You know, you're not a good way, you're not a good user. How come? Anyway, welcome in here. Nice to meet you all. Garbage says, who TF is Andrew? I mean, if you don't know who Andrew is, then where have you been this last few years? Because at one point, Andrew Tate was like pretty much the, you know, he was all over social media. I mean, even just in the media in general, he was pretty much the most talked about person in the world at one point. But he was just, yeah, had a massive fall off now, and he lost it to a fight to some kind of not a great opponent, basically, which is kind of embarrassing because all these people that, you know, see him as this alpha male. I mean, it's not really a good look for him, is it? Really? How have you never heard of him? Where are you from then? I mean, I think most people in the West have probably heard of him at least anyway, but you have an exam tomorrow. I'm really stressed. Can you give me some advice? Just try and just take some deep breaths and just try and, you know, just do the best that you can. You know, just try not to worry too much. Just take the deep breaths and just relax. You know, what's the worst that can happen? Hello, Eastern and Chennai. Illegal immigrant here from Punjab, India, currently living in Austin, TX. Are you for real? I mean, what's going on? Anyway, thank you for joining me tonight, everybody. I hope you're all well. Nice to have you all here. So, yeah, so Andrew Tate, what are your thoughts? Yeah, to be fair, Andrew Tate is getting old. He can't win fights forever. True, but I mean, so that's like your defense on Andrew Tate or something. I mean, well, apparently he hasn't really played for ages, but I mean, I get what you're saying. It's just like, but it turns out that the federation that he fought in was not even really that great. I mean, it wasn't exactly world class like he was making it out to be. Like, apparently the opponents that were like that he were beating were opponents that were like losing in the first rounds with other people and stuff. So, hello, Robbie. Mike Hunt. Oh yeah, goodness. Anyway, thank you for the 3 likes, everybody. Can you all hit that like button? So Andrew Tate is a boxer, or was a boxer. Well, he was a kickboxer. The Ulrich says oil up. Oh no. Yeah. What is going on there? So like, yeah, so I mean, he's like, what is he, nearly 40 years old now, I think, isn't he? Or is he 40 now? I'm not sure. Let's see. How old is Andrew Tate now? I mean, Andrew Tate, let's see what his age is. 39 years old. So yeah, he's getting towards 40 now. So yeah, that obviously is going to play a part. I mean, I don't know like how, hello, Mod Union. I mean, how old was his opponent? I don't know. What's that, Rob Odd? So Andrew is not as good as he once was, and was never as good as he thought he was. I don't think he was ever that good from what I understand. Rap music edit, hello. How to deal with bullying. I mean, I would just like, depends on what type of bullying you're getting, but probably want to, you know, if it's getting bad, then you need to like tell somebody about it and just, yeah. But probably best to try not show that you care. It's like, for example, if it's verbal stuff, try and just act like you don't really care. Like, don't react to it, because they want to see you react. They want to trigger you or whatever. So that's what, if it's verbal stuff, then sometimes they'll just move on if they'll just get bored. That's what. Have you ever had? Oh God, death and where am I from? From the UK. Where are you from? I hope you've all had a good day, everybody. Thank you for the 4 likes. We've got 11 people in here. We've got 4 likes. Come on, guys. Hit that like button real quick. Helps the algorithm and stuff. So what do you think then, Garbage? Do you think that, it's a valid argument to say that he's not as good, is not going to be as good. I mean, he had, from what I remember, he's not fought for like a few years or something. I'm not Brown. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Hello, Dina K. How you doing? Hope you're well today. Carmen says, Jamie, are you close to the Yorkshire Moors? Not really. I mean, I'm not, I guess, that far from it, actually. Actually, it's not that far away, to be fair. It's probably about, 15, 20 miles, something like that, to, like, the beginning of it or something. Hello, Sprez Smana. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, but, yeah, so, like, Andrew Tate. So what do you think, then? Is he a grifter or what? I mean, I think he's just, I don't know, the whole Hustlers University stuff is, like, was New York named after York? Probably, but I've heard it originally was called New Amsterdam. So it changed after New Amsterdam or something, but yeah, if you didn't know that. Anyway, potato face or whatever. Yeah, someone was saying that last night, weren't they, whatever, but, whatever. Do you believe in life after love? Do you believe in life after love? Yeah. Do a giveaway. No, I'm good. Yeah, no. Oh yeah, I'll do my Andrew Tate impression. Yeah, here we go. Hi, it's Top G here, and the reason I lost to the guy was because I've not fought for like years, and I'm getting like older now, so I can't really fight like I used to. All these haters, they're all bots. They're all trying to tear me down, but they ain't got shit on me. They ain't got Bugattis. They're all losers. They're all broke. Oh, God. What is going on here? Anyway, welcome in here, everybody. I hope you're well tonight. Yeah. Nice to have you tonight, everybody. So yeah, what do you think of my I was going to say Trump a second, because I'm used to doing Trump impression. Hello there. I think Andrew Tate is being bullied by those lefties. They don't like Andrew Tate. The left feminists, they don't like Andrew. They see him as a misogynist and a racist and whatever, but I love Andrew Tate. I think Andrew Tate is a tremendous guy. Oh, goodness. Anyway, is everybody all right tonight then? Hope you've all had a good day. So I was at the gym today and got some good numbers today. Are you Trump supporter or critic? I'd say I'm more of a critic because I think politics in general is corrupt. Hello, One Justice for People. How are you doing? Hello, Darius. How am I? I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you doing? Hope you've had a good day. I've got my mouth harp here as well. What's this? My girlfriend cheated on me with my sister. Now they're engaged. Oh, really? Oh, goodness. Are you for real? You just like... Anyway. Trump's better than the Tate. Yeah, I've practiced the Trump one more, but yeah. Hello, Southwest Carp Hunter. It's like with Andrew Tate, it's like you gotta do kind of like a transatlantic kind of accent, kind of half American, half British, that sort of thing. It's kind of hard to like get it down properly. I don't know. Hello, Southwest Corp Hunter. How you doing? No, I'm not German. I'm English. Why do I look German? Or something? Some people say I look Russian. But I mean, so like, yeah. Southwest Corp Hunter says, I enjoy watching Tate lose, not gonna lie. Yeah, it's just that he's put out this kind of persona that he's like this alpha male, and that the thing is he's selling this crap to people that I've heard that most people that buy like was Hustlers University actually probably end up losing money. So now you might say, oh well, that's their fault because they didn't. But it's like that's the typical thing, is that the seller will try and blame the consumer for the failures of the product. Bro got dropped too many times as a kid. View on femboys. I don't know, I just feel like this whole kind of, it seems to be like, I don't know, like a sort of trend that's just, I don't know if it'll, go away soon, but I think it's, I don't know, this whole thing of men becoming like really feminine. I'm like, I don't know, it seems a bit weird to me, really, but, each to their own, I guess, but it feels like it's being manufactured. I don't know. Andrew Tate, I thought you meant me for a second. I was like, whoa, what the hell? What is the name of the instrument? It's called a mouth harp. Anyway. Hi, Jeffrey. Oh, thank you. I do beatboxing sometimes while we're going. I don't talk about body counts on here, but anyway. But what I will say, though, that I don't see body count as some kind of flex. Some guys like to think and even some women see body count as a flex, which to me is just really kind of weird and just kind of, I don't know, cringe, but each to their own, I guess. But unless it's a kill count, well, yeah, that would not be good, would it? A kill count madness. Anyway, hope you're all well. Hit the like button, everybody. That would not be a flex, would it? Alex says, I agree, it's disgusting. Yeah, it's just, I've seen these like PUAs and stuff. Like there was this guy, I remember, what was he called? I can't remember his name, but he was, claiming to have slept with over 1,000 women or something. I'm like, I don't even know if that's true or not. But if that is true, that is just really, to me personally, that's disgusting. Now, everyone can do what they want to do, but it's just, you're just treating them like they're just kind of disposable, and I don't know. Yeah, exactly. I would say it's the opposite of a flex, but yeah. Body count as a flex seems just like I have several STDs flag. Well, I guess, because most of them ain't going to be like protecting themselves, are they? Like, it's also suggests that they probably have some kind of sex addiction as well, which is, I would say, probably a red flag as well. That if you're needing to go out and sleep with multiple different partners all the time, then maybe you're just kind of, I don't know, personally. Are you voting Nigel Farage's next election? I don't vote in elections, to be honest. Hello, Toby. How you doing? But yeah, just anyway. Madness Sprinkles says sex is one thing, but to successfully get with over 50, what are you on about? Oh, fucking hell. Were you harping earlier? I was just doing. Yeah, it does signal low value in my opinion, but there's a lot of people like Tate would probably say that, he would probably encourage men to sleep with as many women as possible. But isn't that just going to damage more women? Because every time men sleep around and just, with all these women, then it's like, to me, it's just, because what happens is when women do the same thing and they start sleeping around and stuff, and then it just ends up like causing you to compare people to the past partner and stuff like that. And there was actually a woman who actually admitted to this thing where this whole kind of loss of pair bonding ability. There's a thing called oxytocin, which is the pair bonding hormone, but they find that after so many partners, it keeps going down and down and down. The more partners you have, basically. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's find the right one, but yeah. But I'm not really like, I could put myself out in certain situations. I mean, there is some kind of, some kind of singles event going on soon, apparently. So I don't know whether to go to it or not, but like, I'm kind of at a point where I'm not really that bothered. I'm just kind of, but yeah, I know I said about hopeless romantic. It might sound like I'm kind of just desperate for it, but it's, I'm just kind of, I mean, I'd rather just kind of like, not to just end up settling for less than what I think I'm worth. I know people say have low standards and all that, but to me, like, if you're somebody that has low standards, and that can sort of be basically like, it becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy, I believe, where if you believe you can only get a certain thing, then that's what ends up happening. Hello, Survivor Gabon. Favorite band? Not surely. I do like a lot of more alternative kind of bands and stuff. Be single, bro. The world is going to be chaotic in a few years. Yeah, I'm kind of like just at a point where I'm kind of accepting that maybe I will just be single for a long time. Maybe forever. I even made a video about that a while ago saying, who knows at this point? It's just, there's so much chaos. I mean, nobody seems to trust each other anymore. And like, a lot of people just aren't even trustworthy, It's just sad really, but that's where we're at this point in 2026. You're going to do great. Oh, thank you. It's best to just have the mindset, even if, I mean, I'm still hopeful that something will happen, but like, as in, you have to have that mindset where, you'll be happy regardless. Because if you are somebody who is like, really kind of banking on a certain outcome, then you've already lost at life, I think, because you need to be able to kind of be what they call outcome independent, or whatever they call it, or outcome detached. It's about knowing that you'll be okay no matter what the outcome. It's like, okay, if nothing happens, if I stay single, that's fine. I'm going to still enjoy my life. You have to build your own values within, and kind of whether that be, physically, mentally, spiritually, all that kind of stuff. You want to build yourself up holistically. What are you saying, Rax? Anyway, welcome in here. Hope you're well tonight. If anybody's new here, please subscribe to the channel. And yeah, so like, you have to build up certain values and certain, qualities and things like that. I don't follow football. No, you're not talking soccer. I don't follow any of them, to be honest. I guess you do, big man. Yeah, I don't follow sports generally, so I was just talking about the whole Andrew Tate thing, and hello, One Dot Rep. Did you see that thing with Andrew Tate getting his face smashed by his opponent? I just felt like it's a bit of an embarrassing look, but some people are saying, oh, it's because he's not fought for a long time and he's getting older or something. Do you think that's a valid excuse? Or, hi Gary, how you doing? But regardless of what, of all that, I still think he's a loser, and he's just promoting kind of toxic hustle culture, and I don't like that, because I mean, yeah, maybe that's great for him. He's addicted to that whole hustle culture thing. But it's like he was trying to promote that to everybody. That's the problem I have with him, is that there's not a one size fits all. Not everyone either wants to do that or even can, because they might just burn themselves out, you know. I'm not Australian, I'm British. Why do so many people think I'm Australian? So like, yeah. Anyway, but it's just like, well, yeah, that him selling these things. And I don't have a problem with people selling courses and stuff. It's just that when you're promising certain results, and then, I mean, and for very few people actually got results from it. And arguably, the people that got results may well have probably been able to do it without his help, you know? Like, a lot of this information is probably stuff you could find with a quick Google search or something, or by reading a book on it. So do you really need to be going and, you know, buying these things for like, what, $50 a month? It's a bit much for what you're getting, I think. But I mean, when you think about it, it's like $50 a month is, you know, that's quite a bit of money, isn't it? You know? Hello, Spresim Smana. So yeah, either one dot, correct. What was your name again? Anyway, I forgot what your name was, but yeah, it's just, I don't like how, you know, a lot of these young people are now being told that unless they're making unless they're making 5 figures a month at like the age of 15 or something, then they're broke or something, because that's what some people will buy into, and I think that is wrong. Like, yeah, you know, you shouldn't have to be like Wirt or Joe. You know, you shouldn't be worrying about getting rich at like 13 or 15 years old or whatever, because, you know, you're just a kid at that age. You know, you're just supposed to just be having fun, and shouldn't be so serious about that. You know, it's like some of these people are kind of like taking away people's childhood, and the childhood is a time where you learn and you experience new things, and you shouldn't be just like becoming monk mode at friggin' 13 years old or something, because that's what a lot of this stuff is preaching to people. Become monk mode. Like, it's, I don't know. Like, if you're still at school and you're doing monk mode, I think that's kind of cringe. You're probably just going to become like a weirdo and with no social skills. And like, a lot of these young people have no social skills as it is. So it's not exactly helping them by becoming chronically online, and then, because then they might get like rich and all that, and then they might think, oh well, I'll get a woman once I'm rich or something, but then they just become awkward, and then the only women that they're attracted to them are actually gold diggers or something. So that's the thing, that you got to be careful what you wish for, you know, because what if you end up just attracting a bunch of gold diggers who just want you for your money instead of it being actually genuine? And you're the president of your country. Oh, really? That seems legit. So, I don't know. Yeah, just, but yeah, to Andrew Tate, in my opinion, is pathetic. I mean, yeah, a lot of these influencers have fallen off really hard. Look at what happened with Hamza as well. You know, he's fallen off massively. He's like lost pretty much like 90% of his audience. You look, he used to get like a few 100,000 views per video. Now he's struggling to even get 30 to 50,000 views a video. So yeah, 90% drop off in audience. What, Benny Blanco? I don't know who that is. Are you Benny Blanco? Are you Benny B? Benny Blanco? Oh really? Hamza was bad. Yeah, Hamza's just another, in my opinion, just because he saw an opportunity. I actually think he might have been genuine at some point, like back in 2021, 2022, like when he was just like more about just, like, he seemed to actually at some point genuinely care. Well, what I think happened, right, somewhere along the way, I think it might have been something to do with when he had the interview with Andrew Kirby, I think it were, and it got his mind kind of warped into this kind of hello hamster, how you doing? I hope you're well. He got he got into this like like deep into that kind of money making stuff. Because the thing is, if you surround yourself with a bunch of just like greedy kind of like people like that, because I remember that at first like the hands that actually called out Andrew Kirby, he had a bad feeling about him, but then he ended up like, I don't know, it just seems sus to me, but yeah, like how Andrew Kirby kind of basically it seemed like that he became like this sort of one of these kind of sellouts at that point, but up to that point he seemed like he didn't really want to sell out, and because he was even saying that he actually lost most of his money on his like editing crew and stuff like that, but then he just decided that it was gonna ditch them all, and they ended up coming out with this program that was just ridiculously high money. At some points it was like hundreds of dollars a month, which I'm like, who the hell is going to be able to afford that, Your name's John from the United States. I'm not here to pressure at all. Just take an honest look at Islam, listen to your heart, and see where it leads you. Okay, thank you. Benny says £150 daily, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. What's that? What are you talking about? If you're looking for some, really, oh well, thank you for sharing that. But yeah, just Hamza is just like, there's a lot of people that are getting exposed now. I mean, a lot of YouTubers and stuff. There was this guy called Internet Anarchist who's been getting exposed for like plagiarism, but then he was trying to do damage control. I mean, well, he was actually some guy that exposed Hamza, but the thing is apparently that because Internet Anarchist was like exposing grifters and whatever, but then it's kind of ironic that he turned out to be one himself and kind of doing kind of dodgy shit like plagiarizing and just some of it was literally copied word for word. Like there was a bit of, what was it, one on it, it was some like downfall of or whatever, satisfying downfall or whatever it were. No, it was some, I think it was a James Corden one. I mean, it's like even to be like James Corden, obviously he's been getting exposed, and then you've got people like Ellen DeGenerate. It seems like we're in the era of just celebrities getting exposed for the kind of narcs. I mean, there might not all be narcs, but like we were talking about earlier, the narcs can sometimes be, like a overused term, but no, I can't do that, Benny, no. Anyway, I hope everyone's well tonight. If anybody's new here, please subscribe to the channel. That would be really appreciated. But yeah, there's a lot of like people are not to be trusted now. It's like, I guess it's just that because of how fast things spread on social media, like if somebody exposes something, it can really spread like wildfire. Whereas back at one time, like it seemed like people could get away with more. I don't know. There wasn't all these exposed channels, it seemed. I don't know. Like you've got all these people like eagle-eyed, whatever they call it, like looking at to see if there's any like thing dodgy. Big Man says you should come to Australia, brother. You would have fun. Oh, thank you. All right. I hope everyone's well tonight. Again, if you're new here, people, and then subscribe. Let's see if is it gone up since or not. All right. But yeah, like I don't know, just a lot of these influencers are just, I would say they're fake personally. Like they put out a certain image of themselves of being tough or whatever, and it's like, look at what happened with people like Wes Watson, for example. I think that's a good example of, because I think when he first started, people respected him because he was sharing some of the insights of like the prison life and all that. Hello, Kami Kosova. Hello, Stuart. Not too bad, thank you. How are you doing? So he would share some of the insights, and it would be a way of like warning people about how bad things can be for like inmates and stuff, right? But then over time, he just kind of was this sellout and trying to kind of put on a certain image, and then, but obviously he was taking all these, you know, things to make him, you know, swell up his muscles, you know what I mean? And then recently he's been getting involved with the Island Boys of all people. Just when you thought that he couldn't get any lower, he was hanging around with Jack Doherty and Island Boys, and he's been losing a lot of muscle because he's probably been on a whole bunch of recreational drugs, most likely. And yeah, it's just so cringe to see like how, you know, he was portraying himself as like this alpha male, and what's that? Are we doing politics? Esteril, what's that mean? Hello, user. How you doing? Hello, James. Who's Big Gimp? I don't know who that is, but oh god, what do you mean, user? What the hell? Anyway, but yeah, just I mean, Jack Doherty, obviously, he's another one. Just well, they're obviously not like alpha male influencers. They're just clout chasers. The thing is, right, with the clout chasing and stuff, we mean a guy that is waiting. What's that? So, like, you know, with clout chasing is like, it's gonna end up biting you on the ass eventually, I think. Like, yeah, you might have your moment in the sun, but the downfall is gonna be hard. Like with Jack Doherty, it's like there's only so much you can do bullshit before it catches up with you. Thank you, ABC, you too. So there's only so much you can do all that. Avengers Doomsday trailer has leaked. Oh, really? Also, there's a new Avengers one. I've only seen the first one, to be honest. I thought it was pretty good, but yeah. I think I said before, I'm not really the biggest on movies. I'm not like a movie buff, but yeah. I've watched the odd movies here and there, but yeah. I tend to not really get too much into like series of stuff like that. Hello, Praveen. Oh, thank you. How are you doing tonight? I hope you're well. Thank you all for joining me. Share this out if you can, please. It would be really appreciated. Yeah. Doing exceptionally well, thank you. I'm glad you're doing well just after watching the news and the tariffs here are getting flipping worse. Where's that? Are you on about in America with the Trump tariffs or something, or what we're talking about if you're still there, Stuart? Yeah. But yeah, I hope everyone's had a good day so far, and yeah. But yeah, just gotta try and stay positive, you know, and just not let all the negative news get you down, you know. All you can do is try and do the best to adapt. What's the channel all about? We just talk about, I like to talk about health and fitness, but I know a lot of people like to talk about other stuff as well. So I mix different things up. And hello, the brick. I'm good, thank you. What's your name? How are you doing tonight? Yeah, have you been to the gym today? One Dark Report, Joe. Did you see my latest short? I just did some dips. I did 6 dips. I used a 12-kilogram medicine ball. So I'm quite happy with that. I also tried doing a pistol squat with a 12-kilogram medicine ball. That was pretty difficult. Yeah, I've been getting better with the pistol squats actually, because I used to really struggle to like get full depth with them and stuff. And it was more the stability of it. You have to work on like building up the stability. Hello, Stacey Thompson. Good to see you again. How are you doing tonight? When it comes to pistol squats, you have to have good stability for it. Where's Richard Hendley? You mean Richard and Haley you're talking about? What do you mean? There's someone called Richard that watches me sometimes, and I'm kind of like mates with him, but I mean, I don't know. I guess he's been busy or something, but he doesn't usually come on here. He usually watches me on TikTok sometimes, but I should be back on there tonight. But what you on about? Mayo. Hello, Gucci. Pasta. How you doing? Oh, thank you. Yes, I did back today and triceps. Oh, really? Usually people do back and biceps. but I did pretty much my whole body. That's how I train. But yeah, do I support Palestine? I don't support any of them, to be honest. Oh, Richard and Haley, yeah, I don't know where they are. I've not really seen Haley in here much either since I've had to come just on here because TikTok has put me on a restriction. I'm actually off the restriction tonight, but yeah. Hello, PK Entertainer. I'm from the UK. Where are you from? I haven't seen Anton Miles around for a long time. No, I don't know what's happened with Anton, but I think I saw him on Gemma's Journey Grace channel, but I don't think he was even on there last time. I saw Gemma's Journey Grace last night for a bit, and then don't ruin the chat with politics. So a lot of people like to talk about it, but as for like the whole Israel Gaza thing, I mean, I just feel like it's just a divide and conquer thing. I used to the split I do is strong. I'm doing really well on it. A lot of progress from doing it. Oh, really? So why do you do triceps as well as that? I don't know. But everyone's just got to find what works for them, I suppose. A guy from, I think, Belfast got 2 life terms for a minimum of 26 and 35 years. You made my day. Why did I make your day? Someone was just saying the other day about in Northern Ireland apparently lowered life sentence tariff or something like that. As in, they were saying it's down to like 9 years or something. And I'm thinking, how is 9 years a life sentence? That doesn't make any sense, does it? That's hardly even like a fraction of a life. Hello, Polka Joe Jefferson. Why do all of you, what the hell? Like, what do you mean? I don't what you're on about. M3, like a BMW M3. There are some pretty cool cars, BMW M3s. I know, but it's really rare. What's that? About the 9 year thing or something. I don't know, but yeah, it's hard for me to explain. I'll try get some info for you. I don't know. I just feel like it could be a bit of a gimmicky thing. I mean, but if it works for you, then it works for you. But I have heard this thing though that if you work your biceps first, then you might actually find it's better for doing dips or something. I remember hearing this thing on because you're getting blood into that part of your body, and it helps with warming up those muscles or something. I don't know what your thoughts on that is. Doing biceps first before going into dips. Have you tried the goat's milk? No, I haven't. Or from last year. Oh, really? I'm 17. I started working out. I bought 5 kg dumbbells and used to do 30 reps of 5 to 6 sets of bicep, tricep training. Now I bought 10 kg dumbbell. I can do like 10 rep suggestions to lift heavier. I would say 10 reps is probably a good number. You don't really need to go heavier. Once you get to about maybe 15 reps, something like that, then you probably want to go a bit heavier. But yeah, if you're doing 30 reps, there's no real need for that necessarily. What I meant was the 9-year life term was because of some situation, but nowadays in 2026, life sentences are between 20 years and over. Well, it should be, because how is 9 years a life sentence? Hello, Lib. How you doing? I hope you're well. Yeah. Anyway, I hope we've got almost 50 volts on the poll, so that's cool. Tate says I keep eating and eating. Well, you're saying you've got heart problems, so you might want to just try and sort that out, really. But I would say try to eat higher volume food with lower calories. So it's high volume, low calories. That stuff will get you feeling full, and it will, I know you made my days is because I was stressing as I'm studying to become a TA. What's a TA? I'm pushing my level 3 PT when I hit it. Jamie, you can be my first client for free. I promise you'll see high progress. I mean, I've already been seeing progress myself, so yeah, I'm I'm good, thanks. So yeah, TA or teaching assistant, right? I did actually before I did the weighted dips today. I think about 12 for my PR on dips. Hello 13. Hi, do you guys know any video platforms to chat with people like Omegle, but like chat rooms, not one on one people? Not too sure really. I mean, there's things like Discord, I suppose. If you can find certain Discord groups where you can sort of like mingle with other people like that. Um, yeah, yeah. What else did I do today? I did some like bicep curl stuff. I did some tricep. I did a whole bunch of stuff really, but I even did a few like Cossack squats. They're good for like mobility. Um, you get a really deep stretch on them, and it can actually be a good accessory to kind of learn the splits. You can start to get towards doing that because you're practicing stretching out your like upper legs and stuff. Anyway, but for younger people under 18, usually it's detention at His Majesty's pleasure, a mandatory life term with a starting point of 12 years. But they are moved to an adult prison when 18. Oh, really? Hello, Hanan. How you doing? Hello, Aryan Kumar. Oh, Bulgarian split squats. Yeah, that can be good as well. Show abs. You want me to show abs? Andrew Tate is a loser. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, yeah, no. I've got a bit, but like, yeah. There's a bit there you can see the. Yeah, it's just not the best light in here, really. It's kind of a bit glaring. I tend to find in kind of not too much like saturated lighting is the best, really. But yeah, should I take protein bar shakes to be able to lift heavier weights? It depends if you're getting enough protein in from your diet. So you want to try and track how much protein you're getting. I would aim for 1.6 grams per kilogram of body weight. So let's say, for example, if you weigh 80 kilograms, you want to be shooting for about 130 grams per day. So yeah, but if you're actually quite overweight, let's say 100 kilograms, and you have quite a lot of fat on you, then you have to take that into consideration because fat is in there tissue. It's not metabolically active tissue, so it doesn't really do much to increase your protein requirements. So if say you were 30% body fat, I think they actually measured it at 15% body fat, the guys who, let's say, took 1.6 grams per kilogram of body weight. So if someone's starting at, say, 30% body fat, you might actually want to decrease about 15% of your weight off that. So for example, if you're 100 kilograms, you might want to decrease about 15 kilograms off that, and then 1.6 times 85. So that would be about, 130 something, basically. So that's kind of how you would equate how much protein you need per day. But they find that 1.6 is about the peak of what most people would benefit from, unless you're like older or maybe you have a specific diet where you're just not getting certain amino acids. But I think generally speaking, 1.6 grams per kilogram of body weight. If you're getting that from your diet, then I don't think there's any need to go above that by having protein shakes. But if it does help you get those extra bits of protein, it can be useful. Some people might struggle by just doing it from their diet, depending on what their diet is like. Jerry, will you be in Leeds? When will you be in Leeds next? I don't know. I've not really got any plans to go there soon. So one dot rep, are you still there? NI courts are the same as England's basically, but different in terms of guidelines. Like here, after a person serve a life sentence for 19 years, it doesn't automatically mean release. Right. Okay. Yeah, because you would think, oh, okay, there's sentence for 19 years, so you think, okay, well then they get released. Well, there's a thing called get released on parole and all that kind of stuff. Hello, Vicky. What does that mean? Do you or who's Ugali? I don't know who Ugali is, but yeah. So I kind of had a rough estimate of like what my FFMI is, like fat-free mass index. Currently, I'm around 23 on the FFMI. So for most naturals, you can probably get up to about 25. So I roughly estimate I could probably put on maybe another 20 pounds of muscle before I kind of start getting really towards my, natural ceiling. There's generally a natural ceiling at around 25, but there is some that with gifted genetics that can actually go a bit above that. Yeah. Hello, reluctant gamer. Not seen you for a while. How you doing? You changed your channel or something? What's going on? Been a long time. PK Entertainer says, how's the living cost like in the UK right now? A lot of things have gone up in price, but yeah, I mean, they have tried to increase the minimum wage and stuff like that, but I've been hearing a lot of people have been struggling more in recent times. It's just, yeah. Philip Fanning, hello, Chloe, how you doing? Yeah, I got locked out of my account. Oh no, that's not good. Yeah, Chloe, yeah. Why don't you just use your own account then? Like, I don't know why you're coming in with someone else's account, but thank you for subscribing. No, Vicky, what the hell? 67. Yeah. Oh yeah, you could like on some of the calculators where if you put two divided by 3, it'll say 0.6666666666667. I was thinking about you today. Why? Oh yeah, hello Dante. How you doing? You're not pretending to be called Chloe. What? I don't know. Maybe they are pretending to be called Chloe. I don't fucking know what's going on here. It says there's so many odd people in these things. But I don't know. I don't know what to even believe, really. Anyway, yeah, I hope everyone's doing well tonight anyway. I don't know, I just find it all a bit insulting to be like, oh, I'm doing my level 3 PT in oh, you can be my client for free. I'm thinking, I don't need this stuff. I've done a lot of research on this stuff already, and I've made a lot of progress. In fact, I've made more progress in the amount of time that I've been training than most people, I would say. If you look at where I was just a couple of years ago, this time, look, 2 years ago, I weighed about 84 kilograms, and now I'm weighing over 100 kilograms, and I haven't really changed in my body fat that much. So I'm currently about probably 102 kilograms, something like that, 101 to 102 kilograms. So I've gained probably about 40 pounds of muscle in that time. Well, a lean mass anyway. I mean, you could argue it's not all muscle because some of it's glycogen and water and all that, but lean mass, just in that time, I already had a little bit of gains then, but the bulk of my gains have been in the less than 2 years. So yeah, creatine helped with that as well at the start. I gained a few pounds just from doing that. But I gained over probably 30 pounds of lean mass even since the creatine gains. So yeah, Hasya Yanak Official, how's it going? I'm from the UK. Where are you from? Hope you're all doing well tonight. So, obviously, I must be doing something right. Obviously, I'm a taller guy, so you can actually gain more fast. But actually, for most guys, you can probably expect to gain maybe 20 pounds of lean mass in your first year, maybe something like that. Does streaming give you money? It can do. I did get a bit earlier. Someone did send a super chat earlier. So if people want to send super chats, that gets me money. But YouTube does take a cut out of that. So I might start looking into maybe putting my PayPal in as well. That could help as well. But they do put ads on your live streams as well, but they make very, very little. So unless people actually watch after the live, I find that sometimes that can actually make you a bit of money if people watch later. But I'm not feeling well tonight, under a lot of stress right now. How come? What stress are you going through? Yeah, not too bad, thank you, Alfie. How you doing tonight? Hope all is well. I don't know. I just personally just find it a bit insulting when people try to say that, oh, I need coaching or something like that. I mean, I've got results and stuff. So, hello, David Murphy. It's like they're trying to say that I would get more results if they coach me. Well, that's hard to really say. Like, because I would train pretty fucking hard, and I would know that I probably couldn't even go harder even if I tried. I don't play darts. No, I remember I used to try playing darts, and I would just keep on trying until I got a good score or something. Hello, Aaron. Oh, God. Toppy. No, I don't. Hang on. Hello, Tony. What's the big day? What's happening? What's going on? What's this? Are you going to court or something? What's happening with that legal battle? Oh, that's not good, is it? Thank you for the 13 likes, everybody. Come on, guys, let's get the likes up in here. Where are you from? I'm from the UK. So you into darts or something? I remember, like when you get like the double one on the darts, that is a pain in the ass, isn't it? They call it the madhouse or something. When you get to when you have to because you have to end on a double, don't you? Right? But then once you get to like double one, you can't. There's nowhere else to go. Then they call it the madhouse. Yeah. Anyway, what's this court date tomorrow? Oh no, I won't sleep a wink tonight. Why are you going to court? Hello, Kat. How are you doing? Hope you well. Hopefully it's not gonna end up bad. And yeah. So, hello, my mind. Hello. Where is my mind? Where is my mind? Where is my mind? Remember that song, guys? Do you know Lurker, D&B? You mean a D&B artist? No, I've never heard of them. I don't know a whole lot of D&B stuff. I mean, I know like Pendulum and stuff like that. Yeah, I like Pendulum. Pendulum's pretty cool. But yeah. Hi, Ryan Helliwell. How's it going? Oh, you're from Cornwall. Oh, no, he's from Cornwall and you're from Perth. All right. Yeah, I'm in York. York. Have you ever been to York before? It's quite a nice place, is York, actually, but it still has some, rough people at times. Like in the center of York, we'll talk about this the other day, you get these kind of homeless people who are probably on a bunch of drugs and stuff or drink. Hello, Anthony Evan Vuren. How was church today? I don't go to church. What's going on? People asking me about church. I don't even go to church. What's going on? I'm not a religious person. I'm going to the beach tomorrow at 7 a.m. I'm very excited. Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's just middle of winter here at the moment. It's absolutely miserable. Damn, bro, NGL, you shouldn't have popped your pimples in the past. Oh, God. If you've got nothing good to say, then maybe just don't say anything, Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's just no need for it, is there, I'm from the UK, Pablo. Where are you from? Yeah, we always get these kind of people try and find some kind of faults. It's sad. LMFAO, it's going to be a nice 29 degrees here in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Our Red Sea beaches are beautiful. Oh, that's good. Hello, L Dog. Andrew Tate, remember when people thinking the Peaky Blinder Vikings? Oh, I don't know that one. But yeah, Andrew Tate's just, he was in some fight or something and he got badly beat and he got all these like, I think he got like black eyes and stuff or whatever it happened. It was a mess. But he promotes himself as some kind of alpha male and he can take on anybody or whatever. And it's just, I don't know, people say, oh, it's because he's getting a bit older now, but it's like, but he was apparently fighting against someone that wasn't even that good. Like, he should have still had the edge over them, really. Hello, Albin, how you doing? People do a DNA check and all of a sudden they're Viking hard men with a ponytail. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's like they want to be this kind of like Norse Viking sort of thing. They probably think that's cool and like alpha or something. It's cringe. Yeah, so arrogant. Yeah, I know. A lot of these people are like, you know, like your Wes Watson. Have you seen Wes Watson? Yeah. And he just keeps on ranting about, yeah, there was like this punk ass in my comment section, and he was saying that I'm this like grifter, and like, listen, you punk ass, I got billions of dollars in the bank, and I got these bitches, and I got this mansion that I rented, but you know, I don't talk about that because that doesn't look great, does it? And I rented all those bitches. So all you punk ass fucking trolls, why don't you just go back under the bridge, because you're dealing with a real mofo here. You ain't got shit on me, man. Oh, it sounds Scottish or German. You're wrong. Oh, you Peaky Blinder wannabes because you've seen a TV show. Yeah, I know. Yeah, so have you been to like Gravity Core recently then, or? Yeah, I haven't been back since. Like I said, I don't know, I'm a bit kind of reluctant to talk to him or something, but I don't know. They were live the other day. I saw him come up on my recommended. Zungu, what's that? Sorry. I don't know what that is, but anyway. How are we only on 12 likes? We've got 65 volts and only 12 likes. Just say hi. I don't know, because like I said, you know, it's been a while and they might hate me or something. I don't know. They probably don't hate me, but I don't think they really like me. And, you know, I was kind of like not really liking on them because, you know, it's just one of those things. They're still hating on Cabbage. Oh, God. Yeah. It was all over the whole kind of Piers DeRoos thing. Wow, that's a squirrel. Oh yeah, Squirrel Sniper. Thank you. Oh, it says 16 likes now. Oh, thank you very much, everybody. 17 likes now. Hello, Nataranzo. I'm from the UK. Where are you from? Yeah. Is there any Mockler misers around? What's that? I thought it said Macklemore at first. You know the like the musician guy, you could call it. You blocked Squirrel. What, you don't like Squirrel or something? I've seen Squirrel around for years, so yeah. I don't know like what your problem with Squirrel is something, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but anyway. Have you ever thought of becoming I don't know what a Mockler miser is. What is that? Can you maybe explain that? Because I don't really know what that is. He timed me out. That's all I need. to block him. Yeah, I don't know. Like maybe you can sort of find out why he did that. But the thing is, it's like I got timed out by what was it, Piers DeRoos in Gravity Code Fitness is like something like I ended up not going for a bit, and then I ended up going back, and they were like, "Hello, Morty James, how you doing?" I just felt like it felt a bit annoying that they just kind of didn't seem to kind of, I don't know, have any kind of, you know, they didn't even really seem to apologize over it or anything. Almost like they kind of were happy that it happened almost. It's just, I don't know really. I don't know really. It's this L Dog. Apparently you timed L Dog out or something. Anyway, but I don't know what's going on with like other people's dramas and stuff. So yeah. So I'm kind of just staying impartial here until there's any kind of proof of any kind of wrongdoing or something, you know. I thought dogs love squirrels. Do they? Oh, it reminds me, there was this guy called Galtis who was like, he ate a squirrel in front of, I think it was in front of vegans or something to try and trigger them. He ended up getting into the news over it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Just I'm not going to be his friend, so he can time me out again. It's nicer with him blocked. Right. I mean, as long as we can try and keep it civil in here, you know. Hi, Jimmy. Welcome back. How are you doing tonight? I hope you're well. Thank you for joining me again. Hi, this is Phil. I thought it was Chloe. What the hell? Life's too short to go in circles. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Just anyway. Yeah, it's best to just kind of focus on onwards and upwards. You know, growing. That's all I'm doing. You know, I'm trying to make progress, push myself, push my limits. You know. I felt good today. I think it's because like I didn't go too hard the last few days, and then I kind of just went into the gym today, absolutely smashed it. You know, I was like, I felt pretty good with like pull-ups and stuff. I was kind of like, I didn't get like massive, like I mean, not massive amounts of reps and stuff. I just kind of did like grease in the groove and just kind of. I felt like I could recover pretty quickly and get like onto the next rep and kind of just, yeah, just doing a lot of single reps and with like slow negatives, a lot of them. That's what I've been trying to practice. I'll do, you know, kind of try and get up as quickly as I can, like to kind of do like a single rep and then really slowly come back down. So you're controlling that eccentric portion. That's where a lot of the growth can come from, is that the eccentric lowering phase. Because you can deal with more load during the eccentric phase. So you could be my friends for years since childhood. Do me wrong, you're gone. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, you know, if people are going to just like betray you, then yeah, I can be like that where it's like, you know, I can easily fall out with someone if I feel like I'm being wronged, you know? Like, we just need to be loyal with each other and yeah. Anyway, this year, not next year, right? Well, you got a sprinting tournament. Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah. Yeah, so whereabouts in the UK, you old dog? Oh, Newcastle, yeah, it's did you get any snow? We had a bit of snow this morning, but it washed away pretty quickly because the weather started warming and it was raining. So yeah, Nice, bro. Oh yeah. 68 volts. Cool. Anyway. Thank you for the 19 likes, everybody. I'll just play the mouth talk, I guess. It was kind of starting early on, yeah, but I missed it. I got up, it was already stopped. Real Madrid are playing against Barcelona live here in Jeddah. Oh, really? I don't know because I don't watch football. I did like some decline push-ups earlier, but I only did like 20 of them. But they are a little bit more difficult than regular push-ups, I find. I think it's just to do with the angle of it. It's yeah, it's just a little bit more challenging, I think. It's like when you're doing, say, like incline bench versus flat bench. Incline bench, you're not going to be able to, if your strength is the same on, you're saying like all things equal, you're probably not going to be able to do as much on incline unless you're specifically training incline. But if you're training both equally, you're probably going to find that you're weaker on incline and decline as well. So the flat bench, you're probably going to be the strongest on. Hello, 3 how you doing? I'm gonna be doing a talk on Wednesday about NPC, Jane Brown, if you're interested. Is that on Yogi's live? Thank you for the 20 likes, everybody. I'm a bit quieter now. Yeah. So yeah, who's still in here then? But yeah, NPCs. I mean, so you actually think they're legitimately like NPCs? I just see it more as like a kind of metaphor. But some people literally believe they're like organic portals or something, like soulless beings. But how I see it, it's more just like a kind of figurative thing of just somebody without like critical thinking and without any ability to discern, and kind of they're just programmed into some cult of society or something. Like they just go along with society. They don't have any independent thought. That's kind of dangerous. And I'll see you later, L Dog. Yeah, so like people who have no independent thought, they're just like drones basically. That's what I'd call them. This metaphor for sure. No, they are sub-programmed. Oh, really? So what is it? Do you actually think some are actually like legitimately soulless beings or something? Because that's what some are saying, that they're like soulless, unable to critical think. As in, some people think they're just programmed like robots, almost like they're just a bunch of, like extras, like an NPC is an extra in like a video game or something. They're just yeah, they have no souls. Or organic portals or something. But I don't know if I believe in it. It's just some people believe in this thing called 144,000 souls. Like sounds a bit crazy, right? That some people believe that there's only 144,000 souls because in the Bible that's what it says or something. So some people take it literally to mean that there's only 144,000 souls on Earth, which would mean that yeah. That this just sounds kind of like, you know what I mean? It's 144,000 souls. So there's like about 8 billion people on this planet. And out of that, there's only 144,000. I mean, come on. Is that for real? I got a final exam tomorrow and I studied 3 lets and out of 22. You think I'm going to pass? Hopefully, yeah. Good luck with that. The soul requires to be looked into. Souls have questions. NPC can't be bothered to think. Right. I mean, does that, they can't be bothered to think, that means they have no soul? Is that what you're saying? The Bible is corrupted and changed as well as the Torah. Yeah, a lot of it is, but Well, then some people are saying that the Quran hasn't been, you know, doctored, and that's why that one's real. But I don't think any of them are to be, you know, totally trusted. I don't think they're, you know, like people are saying, oh, it's divinely inspired and all that. I mean, I don't know. To me, religion is just a thing to control people. But that's my opinion on it anyway. Whether it's been unchanged or whatever, I still don't believe in it, you know? That's my whole kind of thing on it. Personally, but anyway. Hope you're all well tonight. It's gone a bit quiet now, I don't know. Hopefully some more people are gonna join in and yeah. I never said they have no soul. They have no awareness of the soul. Alright. So what you're saying is that they're just kind of programmed into like the matrix, if you will. I'm starting to sound like Tate again. These NPCs are bots in this matrix, and it's my job to kind of wake them up. But they aren't like waking up because they're so deeply programmed. They all think that I'm some misogynist. They all think I'm like this womanizer, and they're all bots. Like, they don't drive around in Bugattis and... oh, background noise, right. Yeah, it can feel like that. They're just kind of these drones or something, you know. Okay. Hope you're all well tonight, people. Share this out if you can. That would be really appreciated. Yeah. Okay, Kat. All right. Everybody okay then? Hope you're all well tonight. Share this out if you can. Yeah. Everybody okay? Keep the chat flowing. All right. Yeah. Time we're on 9:06 p.m. There's only 3 left in here now, so yeah. I wonder if any more people are going to show up soon then. I don't know. If it's just you guys, Squirrel and Cat. Yeah. See how this goes, I guess. Seems like I've been getting quite a few new subs lately, though. It's like, yeah, if you were a fruit, what would you be? I don't know. Because I don't think it would really matter, would it? Because I don't think I would have any awareness of it, would I? Gotta keep the conversation going. Yeah, no, it's just difficult sometimes, isn't it, really? Yeah, so like, I don't know, what fruit would I be? I don't know, it's hard to say, I mean, because I don't think I would be aware of any of it. I mean, there's like the Venus flytrap, they kind of look cool, don't they? But has anyone ever seen like Venus flytraps? I remember there was this other one, like, because there's some like carnivorous plants, and there was this one that's like a kind of tube thing. And what happens is, I've heard even like mice can get like into it and get swallowed up by it, and they end up going into some kind of liquid and something, and then they get devoured or something, and it's like, yeah. But it's pretty brutal. You know, nature can be a very brutal thing, can't it? You know, even plants, that you would think plants are like these innocent things, but then a lot of them have like developed, you know, adaptations to yeah. Or you'd be grapes. Why would you be grapes? Yeah. What about grapes that you would, you know? I I mean, grapes taste nice and all that, I suppose. Anyway, it reminds me, there was that, wasn't there like that grape stand song or something? Where it goes, have you got any grapes? Predator v prey. Yeah, it's just can be very brutal sometimes, can't it? Humans are the cruelest part of nature, though. Yeah, they can definitely be. Yeah, because it's like you see human nature, how people will just kind of take advantage of other people. I think especially nowadays with like social media, people become more and more self-absorbed and just really kind of they don't seem to have any empathy for anybody anymore. All they seem to really care about is what's good for them and not about anybody else, which is, hey, Knight Rider, why, what are you on about? It's not good to take advantage of people. Hello, Matty. IDK, have you seen how brutal some animals can be in nature? Most humans are all right. I think it's just because you could say, well, they have to do it for survival. Like, for example, a lion or a tiger, they have to kill animals to survive. So it's just a survival instinct. But you could argue that we all have instincts, not just to survive, but we also want to thrive as well. And yeah, I don't know what you think about that. Yeah, but 60,000 children got bombed in Gaza for no reason. Yeah, but then you could say, well, that's not everybody. But you could argue that what if, say, like, if everybody got like the chance to be powerful, would they be good with it, or would they be a complete savage? Like, because a lot of people would like to think that they would do good. Like, let's say, for example, you got millions and you got all this power. Would you use it for a good thing, or would you be corrupt? Because a lot of people might want to think that they would be good, but then they might be tempted to then use it to, to screw everybody over or something. We are the most cruel and loving creatures at the same time. Yeah, I suppose in a way. Some might argue that dogs are more loving than humans because they seem to have more of an unconditional love for their owners. And as long as you feed them and they you go take them for a walk, and then that's all you need to do, and then they just, yeah. We are, I just read that one. Make sure you like the live, everybody. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Anyway, so what's that? More MPs incoming. More NPCs incoming. Oh yeah. Yeah. So someone earlier was like, "Oh, that's a very NPC thing to say." I don't know. It's just whatever. I noticed you've been coming back in these lives more lately, Squirrels. Yeah. So sometimes you would kind of be absent for a while, but I guess you've got nothing better to do than to like. Anyway. All right. Yeah. How are we doing tonight? It stands for non-player character. Like say like in a video game where you have these extras in it. They're not part of the game. They're just background characters. That's what people are referring to, like, kind of. Yeah. You think the people of the UK have any say in what government actually do? Well, no, we don't have any say in that. So, yeah, so you can't necessarily say that we're evil for but then again, it's like I said, if I don't know, this is one of those things. It's like, who knows what people would do if they got the power. Like, oftentimes power corrupts people, and it's, yeah. It can be quite, yeah, you know what I mean? You get addicted to, I'm not saying everybody would, but I guess it would be like a test of like your character. Like if you was to get all this money, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to do it, use it to invest into society, or use it to do corrupt things like start wars and all kinds of messed up things? It would be a test of, are you going to do the good thing, or are you going to become evil? And but most people never get that opportunity to like prove that they are a good person like that. A lot of people like to think that they are good, but when it comes to it, do they have the capability of doing evil things? Yeah, you know what an NPC is, right? Yeah, life's a test, yeah. Hating another for what's done in the past and not seeing what's happening in the now are insane. Oh yeah, this is the stuff that like yogi talks about with forgiveness and all that. Like I don't think we should hate on people for like what they've done, but I think that people should be held accountable though. Like if people have done bad things and they're not gonna, that we need to like say, okay, well, if someone says they're sorry, then okay, well, they need to actually back it up by showing that um, they're actually really sorry and that they're going to make up for that and actually, work on that. And we can all make mistakes, right? But some people will just never learn, and some people just don't care to learn. Whereas some people, they'll make a mistake and like, oh fuck, I fucked up and I really regret that. So that's also a test of character as well. If you mess up and then you can either continue making the same mistakes or you can learn from that and become a better person for it. But I think when they were saying like forgiveness isn't just about, it isn't really just about kind of letting people off the hook. It's about letting go of the negative emotions of like, being attached to that sort of like having a grudge or something. What you mean atonement? What are you saying? They were saying it's more about letting go of any kind of negative emotions that you feel about somebody, because it's like a waste of energy to have these stored emotions and like kind of like shame towards somebody or whatever. Is forgiveness of yourself, not holding on to it. Well, yeah, I think that a lot of it's about you, and this is something that I don't know if it was Yogi that said this about the whole the whole kind of like resurrection of Christ and all that, death and resurrection, uh, about like some kind of spiritual like awakening or something like that, becoming a new person, learning from the past and being able to just move on, and like whether it be forgiving yourself, forgiving others, and kind of like leveling up in terms of like spiritually or whatever. Is that like a valid way to interpret it, do you think? Because if we don't just take it literally like to mean what it says, then maybe we can take something else from it, is what I'm saying. We can look at it a different way. When you don't forgive, that grudge will negatively affect your emotions and thoughts. Yeah, it just turn you bitter, and I guess what it is, we have to just accept that not everybody's going to live up to our standards, and it's best to just find people who align with your principles and things like that. Those that don't, you can just cut them off. But they were saying how forgiving somebody doesn't mean that you just have to still, be friends with somebody or whatever that's wronged you. But justice must be served. I mean, I think that like people should just kind of come to it on their own and realize what they've done. But yeah, and we also sometimes can materialize our own created assumptions to reality. Yeah, but if someone's like intentionally hurt you, then it's like that's not something that you can just like, I don't know, like how can you just be like, oh, they hurt me, okay, well that's fine, I guess that's just what they want to do. And like, I'm not saying, hello Haley, how you doing, where have you been, I've not seen you all day. Where's Richard as well? Yeah, how's your weekend been? Did you get much snow this morning? I think, well, I mean, yeah, we had a bit here, but didn't stick around very long. But yeah, it's been miserable all day, really, hasn't it? Yeah, so true. That's called the law of attraction. I'm a bit kind of skeptical of that stuff, to be honest. Been at work today, that will be why. Right, fair enough. Yeah, sometimes you go in on Sunday, isn't it? So what you don't do is hurt them back. Yeah, I mean, like, there's that, yeah. But you could say, well, it's this whole idea of like retribution, isn't it? And like revenge, where you feel like you need to, sort of like this idea that this person wronged me, so I'm going to give them what they deserve and teach them a lesson. But for some people, that isn't going to work, because maybe they've got issues deep inside that are not going to be resolved by you just kind of like retaliating at them. But I don't know, it's hard sometimes because you feel like you want justice and you want to have your say and be like, tell them what you think about them and hurt them emotionally, whatever, because of what they did to you. But yeah. But there's no point giving it any more energy, is there? By you giving it energy, you're just going to suffer. So if they are not willing to sort their issues with you, that they're not for you. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm just saying some people feel the need to, sort of try and, sort of like teach them a lesson before then just kind of leaving them. Hello, Preggers Zorio. I'm not a Buddhist, no, I'm not a religious person. I know, like, in, what is it? I think yogis kind of got some, like, was it Christian mystic stuff, like, so is he a bit like there's a thing called Rosicrucians or something? So is it similar to that then, or something like that? Because I know that's like a Christian mystic religion. How's your weekend been? It's been all right, thank you. How's yours been? Oh yeah, the Krishnas. I said Rosicrucians. I don't know, to be honest, what you mean. Yogi. So it isn't what they call it, like what is it called, the Course in Miracles or something, spiritual path. So it's nothing to do with Rosicrucianism then or anything, because he talks about Christian mysticism, and well, that's one of the Christian mysticism religions is Rosicrucianism. Well, it's more of like a kind of, was it called Gnosticism and all that, and not a religion, right? But I'm talking about, like, we could argue it's more like what they call it, philosophy or whatever. Like, I mean, you've got things like Hermeticism, Sufism, paganism. Like, some might see them more as like philosophies or theosophies or whatever. a yogi is a practitioner of yoga and meditation. Yeah, but as in like, but he has all these kind of spiritual ideas and stuff that are, yeah, more on the lines of philosophy rather than it just being about meditation and yoga. Hello, yogi don't need drugs, right? Well, it's about being mindful, isn't it? And was Catholic but left to look more into philosophy. But yeah, because they try and confine you to certain belief systems. That's why it's called BS, belief systems. I remember there was this guy called, I don't know if anyone ever watched him, but it was called Infinite Waters Diving Deep. And but I just watched him a few times, but he eventually got to a point where he just repeated himself a lot. But I remember he said that, but BS equals belief systems, and he had all these different things that he would say like that are, yeah. But apparently, you still fancy doing? Yeah, I could do. I'll have to. I did ask the person about it, and that she said she could like give me some dates on it. So I'll just have to wait and see, really. But yeah. Well, I think she's been a bit busy lately, so we'll try and sort something out. But yeah, Yogi can experience DMT trip without DMT. Really? Are you being like silly here or something? But I remember someone claimed that like by doing some kind of type of singing, it might have been like some kind of throat singing or something like that, that you could have some natural DMT release or something. Is that actually true? I don't know if that's really to be trusted, but cool, that's good then. Yeah, that would be good. So I don't know. It's like you people were saying that you could do certain mantras to release DMT. So yeah, dimethyl tryptamine or something. Because don't they say it's naturally found in the brain or something? I'm not shouting. I'm just talking. I'm just projecting. I'm just talking. I'm just yeah. I smoked salvia weed last Sunday. Oh goodness! But you said you don't need to do drugs to have spiritual experiences or something. I don't know. Hello, Thunder Pigeon. A cloud of aggressively polite pigeons distributes pamphlets about the importance of screaming banana into the void at precisely 3:07ish, which is not a real time, but insisted is what you mean. No, you're not. You please shouting. You give me a headache. What you on about? You just keep coming in here and just like trying to just mess around. So I'll put you in a timeout again, and then they'll come back and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Yeah, it's the same cycle of try and just complain about me, and then come back and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry," whatever. Anyway, wait a minute, WTF? What are you on about the Thunder Pigeons comments? I don't know what's going on really, but that's what it is, really. Anyway, I hope everyone's well tonight. Share this out if you can, that would be really appreciated. What's the banana pigeon thing? I don't have a clue. Sounds like they're talking cryptic or something, I don't know, because it doesn't make any sense to me. I don't have a clue. Very suspicious. Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird when people do this kind of cryptic stuff or something. It's almost like they're trying to mess with my head or something. I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. Squirrel says cat no, but I know much. What's that? Do you have any idea what that is, squirrel, or what? Because I don't know what this banana pigeon thing is. What are they talking about, I've got a Scooby-Doo. Okay, nice. Nice. Remember that? Nice. EA Sports in the game. Oh yeah, a little day game, and then it was like EA Games challenge everything. That was the other one as well, yeah. How are you doing today? So tremendous. Yeah. Thank you for the 24 likes, everybody. Nice one. Yeah. What? Um, Thunder Pigeon says the concept of Tuesday. What's going on about? What is going on? About philosophy or something like. Um, I'm just trying to take the piss or something. My country, Saudi Arabia, is going to buy EA and hopefully revive gaming. That's the plan. Yeah, we'll see about that. Yeah, just I mean, gaming seems to have kind of fallen off, doesn't it? Really. There's like I remember like you had Need for Speed games, but then from what I've heard, the last few have just been a bit rubbish. But it was great, Need for Speed Underground games, Most Wanted were great, back then, in the 2000s. Great time, for games and stuff. A lot of great games come out back then, but it just feels like a lot of the newer stuff just isn't hitting the same. I don't know. I memorized any parts of it, and it's really perfect. Oh, really? The Pro 0007 Hi. I will not be going to a retirement home soon. That's bad news. Yeah, so I want to revive it. Okay, fair enough. Cat, and it says if you doubt the signs, where should you look for them? I saw the signs. Remember that song? Was it Ace of Base? I opened up my eyes, saw the signs, or something. Yeah, what signs are you talking about? Signs from God or something. Hope you're all doing well tonight, people. Yeah. Yeah, explain more, yeah. Seems like everyone's talking cryptic in the chat and no one's understanding each other. What is going on? I'm so excited to swim. I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. Oh yeah, how far are you gonna swim then? So you're going to the swimming pool or swimming baths or whatever, or are you going wild water swimming? I think wild water swimming would be quite fun. Like going into actual like body of water and yeah. I did swim a bit at Scarborough, but it was like I didn't go that far out though. Hello, Sales with Sammy. When I turned into the hedges on Tuesday, it was blue. What? What are you on about? I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die. Surah Yunus. All right. What's that? Is that the Bible or something? What's that? Yeah, thank you for joining me tonight, everybody. I'm just chatting crap. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, a lot of people seem to be doing that here tonight, so I don't know who's being serious or what. Hello, Morty James. Why are trees so tall in certain countries? Good question. And about because you got like different like types of trees. Like so there was a giant sequoia tree, which was like over 300 foot tall, I think. I remember there was this theory called like there are no forests, and it was like saying that there was that all these like they were saying that these like things like the Devil's Tower, that it's actually the base of like a giant tree. I mean, I don't know. Like when I first watched it, it did seem kind of compelling, but like it just seems a bit like. I mean, I don't know. Some people have too much time on their hands, I guess. Those that doubt the signs seek those who read the scripture before you, referring to the people of the book, Jews and Christians who read the Torah and Gospel. All right, I don't know. I hope everyone's doing well tonight anyway. If anyone's new here, make sure you subscribe. That'd be really appreciated. Thank you for the 25 likes, everybody. Yeah, I had a good workout today. I've been enjoying it because when you see like you making progress with it and you know the number of reps you can do on certain exercises, and it just gets more fun. It's not fun when you're beginning and you're struggling to even do a single push-up or something. I couldn't even do a proper push-up when I first started. Pretty embarrassing, but then over time, and then you build up the strength and you look back and think, oh wow, I've really night and day difference, you know. So it's just really like great to see that, you know, that I couldn't do much at all. Like I remember when I would try to do a pull-up, I couldn't even pull myself up even like an inch probably. It was so embarrassing. It was just, yeah. By now we should know God doesn't exist. Hang on. Like you was just you trying to just like talk shit before, so maybe just like, you know, like if you have nothing good to say, don't say anything. It's saying that the Torah and Bible have the same stories of the Quran, so if you doubt the truth, then be assured the Torah and Bible have the same truth. Oh, really? Well, some say that the Bible's doctored or something. Oh, really, David? Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, goodness. Those are known as murtad. What happens to them? It would never happen in any other religion. Oh, really? I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a fan of the religion stuff. It all just goes over my head. So, yeah, I haven't got a clue. I haven't got a Scooby, as they say, Scooby-Doo. Cockney rhyming slang for clue. I ain't got a Scooby-Doo. What is it with Cockney rhyming slang? Why do they take twice as long to say something like, I'm going down the Frog and Toad? Why don't you just say road? Like, what is all that about? Like, why do they have to make everything rhyme or something? I don't know. Where does that whole thing come from? Everyone's got their different kind of dialects and things, haven't they? So, I mean, it would be boring if we were all the same, I suppose. Anyway, 8 people in here apparently, so welcome in, all of you guys. If there's some lurkers, say hello if you're lurking, so I know that you're there. Yeah, it can be a bit awkward when people stop talking and stuff, but yeah. Well, at least there haven't been too many trolls tonight, but there have been a few. Hello, user. Okay, thank you. The ideology is on another level compared to Western. How can they possible interact humanly? Well, I don't know. I guess I'll just leave you guys to that chat. Yeah, because I haven't got a clue about any of that stuff, really. I say it's all like over my head, that stuff. But hope everyone's had a good weekend. What are your plans for the week ahead, everybody? Together is complete opposites. All right. I don't even know, because I don't have a clue about any of this stuff. Yeah. Hello, Arian Kazin. Can you talk about depression and how to deal with it? It depends on like what causes it and stuff, but for some people, it's about if you just kind of like tell me like what is it that what makes you feel that way, and then we can kind of get into like how to deal with it potentially. But for some people, they might need to seek professional help. It depends. So, but I would say you have to figure out like why is it that you're feeling that way? Why do I feel this way? Because if you can understand why you feel that way, then you can get to like resolving the issues. Because there has to be some reason there. Depressed, there's always a reason why you feel that way. So yeah, I have just voidness, bleakness, lost everything in life. So what do you mean you've lost everything? What do you mean is in like I have no family, no friends. So it's just about trying to, if you have no family and friends, then it's time to make new ones and just kind of, yeah, it can be daunting, but just put yourself out there. Hello, Elric. I don't believe that. Well, you don't believe that they don't have, yeah, they're probably just taking the piss, to be fair, but yeah, because a lot of people will just kind of mess around. But, if you really don't have family and friends, then you should just, just put yourself out there. But I try to just not like assume that people are lying, but, oftentimes people come in here just to mess around, which is just sad, really. It's very hard to get out of my bed. I just can't explain. Well, it's just one of those things that like you can talk to people online and stuff. And hello, Elsie Lang, how you doing? I hope you're well tonight. But yeah, you just have to try to do small steps to kind of get yourself out your rut and just try to meet new people and stuff. But yeah, to find your purpose is being inner strength. Yeah, maybe just finding a purpose can help, and maybe something to get out of bed for. Maybe start volunteering. It can be a good idea for some people. That can help some people to feel better about their situation. Go be friends with the barista. Barista. All right. Why the barista? Huh. What is going on there? Yeah, that's good then. LCU's still there. What does everyone want to talk about then? So we'll just keep talking about that then, and how to deal with depression and stuff. I've heard a lot of people get benefits from meditation and learning to be more present and stuff, and kind of being an observer of your thoughts, being able to kind of like be like a witness of your thoughts rather than just letting your thoughts dictate your reality, kind of thing. Hello, Ojas. I don't know why. I don't have one. Hello, LKJMNBVX. Oh, really? Well, I'm a writer. I write self-help, but this time I just don't know what to do. But hey, man, thanks a lot for your perspective on this. God bless. Okay, take care. Have a great rest of your day or night. Yeah, you keep on coming in and being like 9 viewers now, actually. But yeah, well, how many viewers do you get? LKJMNBVX. Who even are you? 10 viewers now. We're up 27 likes. So, there's people that get no viewers. So Audrey says that was the cleanest pronunciation of my name from a white. Oh, really? Where are you from? Like, okay. Are you trying to say that white people don't pronounce your name very well usually or something? Okay, you keep saying that you're sorry, but yeah, thanks for the watch time. Exactly, they're helping with the algorithm. That's why I don't just ban them all because I know that they're going to help with the algorithm. You need it. All right. It's a small time mentality. All right. Well, let's hear your insights on how to, you know, get more viewers. I guess. Hey, want to hear a joke? Okay, go ahead, Kyrax. What's your joke? Yeah, I can tell some jokes as well if anyone wants to hear. A low-level production. Yeah. Your mama did a low-level production when she had you. Oh, I'm not in a relationship now. Anyway, get your words out, Dusser, or whatever. I've had enough of this guy, It's another bot. I'll just, 10-minute timeout. Hi, super. Oh, goodness. I hope that's not why. You said it's Super CP Man 333. I really hope that CP doesn't mean something dodgy. Because if it does, then yeah, we're going to have to get rid of you because that's fucked up. I don't know what does the CP stand for. I really hope it's not like, you know what I mean? Anyway. LK, did you think hard with your name of just hit the keyboard this time around? Yeah, some of them do that where let's just randomly, do the keyboard. Kind of reminds you, has anyone ever seen Bruce Almighty when he's just like, when he becomes God and he's on the computer and he's got all these notifications and he's just frantically, randomly, has anyone seen that one? Your mind is so perverted. I don't know. It's just I get trolls in here. That's only why, kind of like why it's like, why I would kind of jump to that conclusion because you get all these people trying to it's like CP's cool person, right? It's just it's just some people will come in here and try and shit post and stuff like that. You can't have Trump 2028, can you? Because he's done 2 terms or something, hasn't he? Hi, Johan, anyway. How you doing? So, he's already on the 2nd term. What do you mean America for what? Well, there's a lot of black people in America, isn't there, There's a lot of black people that have been there for generations, so... Yeah, exactly. What about the black Americans? They have just as much a right to be there and to be respected because the thing is the white Americans weren't the original ones there. What about the red Americans, like the red Indians? I mean, they've been pretty much just, exactly, Native Americans, I was just trying to say that, yeah. Yeah, black Americans, Arabs in India, yeah, all the different countries. Hello, Aragon. Good to see you again. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, Andrew Tate has always had a kind of recessed jawline. I guess it's just he's always kind of just leveraged his kind of bad boy persona, I guess, he's kind of like a sort of nerdy looking guy, but with a sort of try to act like a Chad, basically. Yeah, he's not exactly I actually, when he came out, I kind of thought of him as a Chad, even though he doesn't look like one, but he kind of gave off that persona. I guess with all the physique and just the whole kind of aesthetic with this thing, he kind of, when he does all this kind of stuff and like kind of tries to sort of, but he's really cringe though, isn't he? Tate's just this really like cringy guy. I mean, like I've heard he can't even like barely fight. He's just kind of like the division that he's in is not even that reputable or something. Hello, Gilbert. How you doing? Sometimes late at night, I like to go out in my garden and cover myself in dirt so I can pretend I'm a carrot. Hell, just another kind of. He's the king of wastemen. Yeah, well, I'd say actually, what's the guy called? Yeah, what's he called? Wes Watson. He's up there as well, isn't he? Wes Watson, Jack Doherty, Island Boys, a lot of people, Yeah. I'm not a player, no, I'm just yeah. I don't believe in all that kind of crap. I'm pretty much like opposed to almost all of the Andrew Tate's philosophies on things, really. Like he's like really pushes a lot of like toxic hustle culture, and I mean, yeah, that might work for him, I guess. But the thing is a lot of his ways that of making money isn't even genuine. A lot of it's, in my opinion, is not to be trusted. I knew loads of lads that like that growing geeks turned into bullies in groups. Oh yeah, he got rich from webcams. Well, that's what he started off with, wasn't it? And he was like, yeah, doing webcam girls or something. It's just all degenerate shit that he did, really. But he tried to make out like it was some noble thing and being like, yeah, people are saying I'm like trafficking and all the webcam stuff, but I was offering them like a key to success. Like if I didn't do the webcam stuff, they would probably be a failed, like lady of the night or something. I don't know, I'm just like trying to think like what he would have said or something. I remember he said like he was trying to make justifications for why he would choose that business of basically being pretty much a pimp, Like it's not very noble, is it, I don't know, that's my opinion anyway. No. Yeah, narcissists are good at manipulating people. Egotistical people stick together. Yeah, I mean, it's the whole thing, isn't it? Was it birds of a feather flock together and all that? Like, you'll get all these like just terrible people, like I was saying, like Island Boys, Jack Doherty, Wes Watson. Well, you had Wes Watson, and you had what's it called, Cali Muscle. Remember Cali Muscle? That was another one of these, like in my opinion, just a grifter. And didn't they get called out for some kind of fake car giveaway or some shit, and no one actually got it, something like that? He was, I don't know, it was all a bit shady or whatever. Like it was all to try and kind of gain some relevance because he was just desperate because he was like, you know what I mean? Who are your role models nowadays? I don't really have role models because I think most of these influencers and stuff are not to be looked up to. I think it's probably better to like, I mean, you can take bits from certain people like philosophers and things like that. I need to probably look more into like that sort of stuff. My favorite snack, it says Alex Qualls. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I quite like what is it? So favorite snack. I just like like peanuts and things like that. Quite a nice snack, just like salted peanuts and things. Yeah. They're good to snack on. Anyway, scroll you there, check 1829. What's that? Is that the time for you or something? It is 21:54 here. So I don't know. What's 1829 mean? Neeks try and play gangster until they meet real gangsters. Who's Neeks? How was your day? Not too bad, thank you. How was your day? What's Neeks? Or you mean geeks? Neeks. Alright. What colour is your Bugatti? Yeah, he was like saying, geeks, bruv. It sounds like he's kind of projecting because it was like, wasn't he like a kind of, I don't know, he was quite nerdy back in some time ago. And I remember there was this clip when he pretty much got shamed as like a kind of, like some woman, I don't know if she like left him or something and be like, oh, he's not so skinny like you, and it looked kind of nerdy back then. Neeks, nerdy geeks, you mean? So what's the difference between a nerd and a geek? Because I kind of would use those terms interchangeably. Should they not be used interchangeably then or something? I don't know. It's a slang thing. All right, I don't know. What is the difference between... Does anyone know the difference between a geek and a nerd? Or are they pretty much the same thing? Well, it's like the kind of high IQ but socially inept kind of thing, like where what they lack in social skills, they make up for in I guess some kind of like academic stuff, like maybe maths or science or something like that. Like they might have some, it's like the savant syndrome, like a lot of autistic people, where they would make up in some way for something. Neeks or fake smart people, right? Yeah, there's a lot of them out there. Some call them like midwits. Have you heard the term midwit? It's like when somebody who thinks they're smart but they're not that smart or something like that. Well, there's this whole thing of like, have you ever heard a thing called Dunning-Kruger effect? That's old school, right? Dunning-Kruger effect, where someone thinks they're more intelligent and like but they're not really that intelligent. They might have studied some a little bit. Now they think they're an expert. Hello, Pezzy. How you doing? Welcome in here. Argoin says, yeah, man. Oh yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, like they overestimate their own that sort of intelligence or something. It's like, for example, someone could have started lifting weights a month ago and they've been learning some bits of knowledge. Now they think they're an expert on hypertrophy or something. They live off a script. Yeah. Can you shout out my... Oh God. Okay. Here we go again with the... Oh, goodness. Anyway, I hope you're all well tonight, people. Hope you've all had a wonderful day. Morpheus. Matrix. Friggin' Tate. Tate the tit. Yeah. That's what I'm going to call him, Tate the Tit. Please, I subbed. What? No, it sounds like it's a fake name. It's a troll name. Nah. No, it's a fake name, that. Come on. You're just being stupid now. Like, I know what it sounds like, so no. Fuck that. Yeah, you are a troll. Trolls won't admit to it, so yeah. Anyway. I feel like I'm just losing brain cells right now, you know? Goodness. No, no. No, I'm not doing that. Okay, hell. Yeah, I've been off on other pages today. What do you mean? And about other channels are getting it as well. I've been getting quite a few of these people lately for some reason. Seem to be attracting a lot of these accounts. I don't know what's going on lately, but I guess as you get more people watching, then it attracts more and more of these people. It's just one of those things, really. Mate, hardcore like Scooter or something, you know. Oh, God. Have some parties in Germany. Yeah, that's the POV German raves or something. Anyway, hope you've all had a great day today. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Who else is still in here then? I'm your hype man. Oh yeah, we all need a hype man. Yeah, it's like I was trying busking and someone was trying to be like that, and like it just got me pissed off because he was being all like, they were telling me, oh, you're not really that good at it, and then it was trying to like be like, oh, you know, come on, he's only trying and all that, and I'm like, yeah, it was just really pissing me off. Can you all still hear me? Suggestions all you time as well. What do you mean? Right. Can you guys hear me? Because the friggin' thing has gone. Yeah, the Wi-Fi has gone for now. Anyway, it keeps kind of going down every so often. So yeah. So can you guys hear me? All right. Is everybody okay? Can you all hear me? Chad's gone dead. Something? Hang on. Let me try and drop out and come back in real quick or something. Right, let's try again. Don't know why it does that, but should be working now, hopefully. Can you guys hear me now? Let me know. So the fucking I forgot to turn. Still can't hear you. Is anybody here? I don't know if you're actually being serious. Let me just check the watch page and make sure that. Right. Let's try this now. It just messed up then. Okay, now. Right, that should be should be back now. Okay. Crisis averted, but now we've got pretty much nobody watching, so yeah, right. We got 2 people now, so let's just see how this goes then, and see if any more people show up. I will be getting off soon, and I might actually restart because I'm going to try and get back on TikTok because I'm just after 10:30 is when my restriction is over on there. You can't hear me. I think you're just trying to mess around now because I think that just refresh if you you won't be able to hear me if you can't. Anyway, the sound should be coming through now. If I go into my watch page, I'm pretty sure the sound is coming through. Yeah, I think that Daniel guy is just messing around now. Oh, your volume was down. Okay, that's fair enough. But yeah, right. Anyway, let's keep going, I guess. But thing is, I'll have to in a bit. I'll have to restart it and then put it on the friggin' shitty camera, unless I try and use my webcam. But hello, Sensei. What a dummy. What, am I a dummy? Oh, Daniel. Well, I mean, sometimes I make mistakes as well, when I'm for example, I'll forget that I've got my plug in, the headphones. Hello, hamster. How are you? Sometimes I'll forget I've got my headphones in, and then people say you're on mute or something because I'll be putting the restream on or something and forget that I've got the headphones plugged in, and people say you're on mute. Well, I didn't mute it, but the thing mutes it when I've got headphones in. You know what I mean? Anyway, thank you all for joining tonight. Again, if you're new here, please subscribe. And I'm going to be live every day, so hopefully you guys don't get sick of me. So Daniel says, whoops, yeah. Schoolboy errors, isn't it, We all make them sometimes, I suppose. But it's what makes us human, I suppose, We all make mistakes sometimes, but we have to just try and learn from them, That's okay, just, yeah. Any more questions, people? I've been watching this friggin' AI content. I know it's kind of like slop or whatever, but it's some of them are quite funny, these, they're quite relatable ones, the ones about different supermarkets and different things do you lift? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I work out. I went to the gym today, actually. Yeah, I got a good session in today. Yeah, do you lift at all then, or? Hope you're all well tonight, people. What is your plans for the week ahead, everybody? Hello, AB2911. What are your views on broccoli soup? I've had too much. I have terrible wind. Yeah, well, it's got a lot of fiber and stuff in it, hasn't it? It can be good for you, like broccoli can be good for you, but yeah, anything too much could be bad, I suppose. Sensei Seagal, I have to lift. Yeah, Seagal, like what, like Steven Seagal or something? Yeah, I think I've seen a film with Steven Seagal in it. Can't remember what it's called, but yeah. Some call him Steven Seagal. Does anyone know why those glasses have this thing on them? You know, these things here, can you see? Why do they have those things on them? Does anyone know what that's about? Is that just to like, that goes on like to like your nose or something? Is that just to kind of, I don't know, what's that about? Like the this bit here, it's like kind of, it kind of contacts your nose or something. Yeah, support for your nose or something. So it's like a, yeah. Hello, Damien. Yeah. That's makes sense. Any career advice you want to give to a 23-year-old? I would just say like depends on what you want to do really, but I would say that if you're going down something you don't enjoy, then it's probably not worth it. Just try something that you enjoy doing, because even if you don't end up making tons of money from it, the ultimate thing is that you want to enjoy what you're doing. You want to wake up in the morning and look forward to what you're doing. Does it give you a purpose? Does it give you a reason to get out of bed? Because if you're just gonna work your way up the career ladder and work in offices and do boring shit, is that gonna give you excitement in life? 3EYL says, where I'm in the UK. Yeah. I am British, yeah. Yes, I am. Where is everybody from? Hello, Asisa Benik. How you doing tonight? Sensei says JV is a full-time OF creator. He does foreplay content. Yeah. Yeah, it seems legit, you know. Oh, it reminds me, there was that, was it Belle Delphine or something like selling bathwater or something ridiculous? Hello, speaking from South Korea. Oh, really? South Korea. The good Korea. And you're from Berlin. All right. Have you ever seen the Berlin Wall? Or were you not around when it went down? Because it was like, was it 1989, I think it were. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was 1989, the year that it went down. So, yeah, that was a long time ago. What do you mean, Sensei? Like rainbows. Somewhere over the rainbow. Oh, goodness. Were you a fated soldier in World War? How would that be? Does anyone here working on high tech know? Assis Benex from Kazakhstan. Oh, yeah. What went down in 1989 is Oliver Bourne. Wasn't it the Berlin Wall? Let's have a look. When, hang on. When was Berlin Wall demolished? Let's have a look. November the 9th, 1989. So yeah, so I was right. 1989 is the answer to that. So yeah. Yeah, so this is not a quiz, but it could be a good question for a quiz, actually, thinking about it. like a sort of history quiz. I've got one for you, a history quiz, which would be, let me think, what year did Henry VIII pass away? I don't know. No, it's 1989. Oh yeah, 989. You're about like the southern accent in America. 1989. It's like there was that song where it goes, um, "Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? All my friends have Porsches and I gotta make amends." Oh, you're talking about the Germans. 1989. The Germans. I could do Arnold's impression. Yeah. Well, he's Austrian, but like, I don't know what the difference would be like with the Austrian and German accent or something. I'm guessing there's probably a difference. Austrians were SS. What do you mean SS? So no one here works in high tech industry. No, I don't think so. Why do you work in high tech industry? um, but yeah, there's like this southern accent from America. How y'all doing? It's so nice to see y'all in here tonight. It just sounds so slow and laid back. I got myself a glass of water. It ain't no vodka, it is water. If I want an alcoholic beverage, then I got myself some bud. I thought the subject here is career. Sometimes, right now, I'm not really talking career, but someone mentioned about career paths or something. But hello, Ethan Salt. Yes, I do. No, yeah, I'm in England, not in America. No, I'm England. Where are you from? Who has the best beer, UK or German? I mean, Germans are probably known for like having some of the best beers, I guess. But I don't know. I don't drink beer, so yeah. Reminds me of that thing. Was it? Yeah, my girlfriend woke up to a good old Dickens cider. Hello, saving for Palestine. Oh, what's that? Don't know that. You should what? I don't know. I just think beer is just like yeah, not something I really want to drink, to be honest. Thank you for joining me tonight, everybody. What's your name anyway? Saving for Palestine. What's everybody's name? Got like 10 more minutes on this live. Yeah, we're still on 4.05k. Again, Palest shit. Well, I don't know. It's just people want to talk politics a lot of the time, don't they? And everyone has a certain side of it that they're very much kind of there to defend. So I get it. Some people have very strong kind of, you know, Europe first. I mean, I would say like we should be putting the people in this country first before all these like illegal immigrants coming in and all that. Qatar propaganda. I don't know. It's just I think there is some kind of stuff going on in Middle East and whatever. But hello, Wang Jong. But I don't think Israel is innocent either. It's just kind of. I think this is the way I think that Israel and Hamas are kind of working together. They're actually all kind of. It's like a divide and conquer thing, really, and just more of a distraction. But yeah, we said they put. I don't know. I don't really want to get too involved in this sort of stuff. But Greenland, yeah, what's going on? There's someone from Greenland or something. What are you on about? Greenland. Someone that claimed to be from Greenland the other day, I think, or Iceland. Soon, what's that you talking about? But it's like there's a lot of like people there to try and promote Israel, like Zionists and stuff. Like you've got like Tommy Robinson and all that, who's that seems to be more interested in back in Israel than actually, you know what I mean? Oh, it's funny that we got Tommy Robinson, ETL. Oh God. Tuh. Yeah, I've heard about that Wang Jong, but I don't know. We have to be a bit careful what we talk about on here, don't we? But yeah. But what I will say is that, if we keep letting more and more of these people in, could we end up with like Sharia law or something like that and demographically outcompete people? And that's why people are a bit concerned about it, some of them, thinking that it might lead to that. But I think that maybe some civil war could end up happening if things continue to happen. If another, say, Southport type of incident happens, that could lead to really, those people are, kind of, it might cause even more people to like freak out. So I don't see it going in. I don't see it going good. We say, Jeremy, what you mean? UK is doom. Hi, Chandan Karakotti. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. How are you doing? Hello, John. What do you mean, WTF? Hello, Pasky Jack. Oh, thank you. What's ICE? Is that some acronym or something? I don't know. About 5 more minutes to go. From Middle East. Okay. Who brought all psychopaths from Middle East? What are you talking about? Who are you talking to? You support ICE. What is ICE? I don't know what's going on here. Right, whatever. I know I didn't really want to get too into like the political stuff because everyone's gonna have their own sides of it and stuff. Trump is king. I am certainly king. I'd rather just try and make it a bit more lighthearted and just I don't know. So everyone gets super serious, and sometimes I'm just not really in the mood to just start going on some kind of, you know, rant about politics or something, because it's not going to do anything, is it? I think they just want to keep us distracted with all that. Hello, Arif CR7 Gaming. How you doing? Hope you're well. Knight Rider, welcome back to the chat. Yeah, I'm alright, thank you. What's your name? Yeah, unite the kingdom. 13th of May. Yeah. Whatever. Tommy the Tank. Well, Tommy Tank is Cockney rhyming slang for, you know what I mean? You like British humour, what do you mean? Well, there's like a lot of banter, isn't it? They say like you only really get that type of banter in Britain. Because a lot of Americans don't seem to get the British humour, and then we don't really get the American humour sometimes because some of it just doesn't seem very funny to British people. So I remember like my grandma never really understood a lot of the American humour. Like you had shows like Big Bang Theory and like she never understood any of it really. Yeah, I've only watched bits of it and I didn't really find it that funny, to be honest. I don't think that a lot of that stuff is really that funny. I don't know. I think a lot of them can be a bit overrated, to be honest. Got a couple of minutes left on this live, so yeah. Anyway, yeah. So anybody new here, if you are, please subscribe to the channel. I got 95 votes. Absolutely fabulous. Absolutely fabulous, my darlings. Oh, absolutely fabulous, my darlings. Remember Dale Winton? Supermarket sweep. Oh, see what fabulous items to get from the supermarkets. It's TV show BTW. Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Joanna Lumley and Jennifer Saunders, wasn't it? Yeah, I think I saw an episode of that. I just remember there was one where they, I think one of them stubbed their toe or something, and then they ended up going to like the hospital and then got him put under anesthetic over a frigging stubbed toe or something. Yeah, 90s. Yeah. Yeah, it's like your TV show. Like I watched, I watched a few of like Vicar of Dibley as well, and a few other ones from like the 90s. Harry Enfield sketches and stuff like that. They were quite funny. What else was there? 90s. I never got into Fast Show though. I don't know. That was supposed to be good though. Fast Show. Has anyone ever watched that one with Paul Whitehouse? There was a lot of good shows, comedy shows in the 90s, weren't there? Hello, Abdullah. How you doing? Hope you're well tonight. Make sure you subscribe if you're new here. Yeah. There was a show called Keeping Up Appearances or something, with this really like pretentious, like posh person or something called Hyacinth Bucket, but she would refer to herself as Hyacinth Bouquet. Okay, if you're just gonna keep saying that, Ninja, like you have nothing else to say. Bouquet, yeah, Hyacinth Bouquet, like trying to sound posh. It's like, my name isn't Hyacinth Bucket, it's Hyacinth Bouquet. Yeah, whatever. And we're on 97 volts. Let's try and get 3 more, round it up to 100, because I can be a bit, funny about that. Yeah, bouquet. Yeah, because it's like the French thing, isn't it? Like they want to sound posh and elegant or whatever, and yeah, it's bucket, you know. Well, it sounds like bouquet, like a bouquet of flowers or something, you know. I'll tell you a funny story. It reminds me of that. There's a thing called, hang on. There's a thing called a bouquet garni, and so it's a bundle of fresh herbs. The thing is, right, my grandmother, because I was living with my grandmother, and I had like food technology class, right? So like you have like food making class. She put one of those in the in it, but but I thought she'd put a tea bag in there. So I was like, what the fuck is a tea bag doing in there? So I ended up not using it or something, and yeah, I muted. When's your next fight? I would like fight against like Jake Paul or Logan Paul or like I would fight against KSI. Like bring it on. Put your money where your mouth is. Jeremy, I'm inviting you to come here in my country, Dubai. Oh, really? Thank you for the offer. Oh yeah, to do Andrew, you got to do this thing, haven't you? Like the Illuminati pose. Hello, Yusuf. Hello, Yusuf. I've converted to Islam, so I can because in Islam, I can fuck bitches, and there's nothing wrong with that. Because in Islam, women are my property. Yeah, I know, it's a bit cringe, really, isn't it? Like, he just wants to cherry pick whatever bits from religion that he wants for himself, it seems. Yeah, I hope you're all well. Make sure you subscribe if you're new here. You will love it, believe me. Oh, really? I don't know. I was saying the other day, I'm not sure if I like the idea of Dubai, really, personally. It just seems like a kind of materialistic hellhole, to be honest, but that's me. Hello, PK Entertainer, welcome back. Yeah, I'm getting off soon, but I'm on 99 volts, so if anyone hasn't voted, I want to get that to 100 before I finish, so really need to just, round that up really quick, because it's kind of bugging me. I want to get that into the triple digits, But I'm going to actually be coming back in a bit. Physique check. All right. I already did that earlier when I just did the abs, but, it's not necessarily the best lighting for it, to be honest. But yeah, just go check my short that I did earlier for my dips and stuff. I did some weighted dips. So yeah, I've been trying to start on weighted calisthenics, because it can be a good way to progress. Once you start getting pretty good with regular calisthenics, then you can move on to that. But I think we should be trying to just focus more on performance, and then your body will just kind of fall into place, sort of thing. Did you actually convert to what? I haven't converted to anything. Anyway, thank you for the 32 likes, everyone. How many percentage are we on now? Oh, we're still on 47. Right. Any more questions, guys? Got 99 volts. Hopefully, we get one more volt soon. So I need to wrap this up soon. I'm trying to lose weight right now, so So yes, you want to be on like a somewhat of a calorie deficit, not too steep of a calorie deficit, but maybe about 500 calories a day, something like that, whatever you can manage. So tracking your food, tracking how much calories is in it. Like if you're putting, say, certain dressings on your food, try to be careful of that because they can, in some cases, add a lot of calories. So, for example, if you're adding a lot of mayonnaise on your food, for example, then you might want to be careful with that. I would also say things like baking food instead of frying it, maybe, or if you're going to fry it, maybe use an air fryer, or fry it with like low cal spray or something like that instead of putting loads of oil in it, because that can really rack up the calories of whatever is in the food. Like just one tablespoon of oil is roughly about 180 calories. So think about that, guys. Abdullah says, well said. So if you can eliminate 1 tablespoon of oil per day, that means you can actually lower your calorie intake by about 180, which for some people that can make them over months lose some weight. So you got to make sure that you're putting healthy stuff in your body, not too much processed food, ideally. Stuff that's higher in fiber, that's going to be more, what's the word? More filling, I suppose, like satiating is the word I was thinking. And just focusing on that, really. Fruit, vegetables, things like that. Stuff that's going to be lower in calories. Obviously, you want to still have enough calories so then you don't end up losing muscle and things like that. Because some people make the mistake where they diet aggressively, they don't track their proteins and things like that. They end up losing a bunch of muscle. So, which can actually slow your metabolism down. They can actually end up bouncing back and end up in an even worse place than where they started, because now their metabolism's gone to shit. So just be really careful about that, I would say. So, yeah. Any more questions, guys? Hope you're all well. Hello, Safari. There you go. Okay, cool. I got 100. Yeah. Who's this Safari Hoosh? What's your name? You're not just somebody with a different account, are you, or something? Or anyway. But yeah, I'll be getting off in a sec. What you mean? Are you a different or same person or something, or what? So anyway, you were hanging on at 99 for a bit. Oh, fair enough. Crash Games 111, how you doing? Hope you're well tonight. How are you doing? Crash Games. You like Crash Bandicoot or something? I played a bit of that, actually. I had a game called Crash Wrath of Cortex. That was quite fun. I had it on a PS2 emulator. So yeah, so I had it on my laptop, and it can be a bit awkward to play on it, but I can still do it. Random stream, bro. What's up? What's this channel about? We talk a lot about health, fitness. We talk a lot about other things as well, but you know, I've just been talking about the whole Andrew Tate thing and how he's like this kind of fake alpha male guy, and he's just kind of, yeah. It's just, I don't know what's more pathetic, him or all of his minions that go and defend him. Because I think there's probably still people that will be like, oh, he's the top G and all that. Like, they just sound like cult followers, to be honest. Because they don't want to admit that they've been played, you know? It's like the hill that they die on is being a cultist of his or something. Hi, Pog. You won. You all right, man? What's good? How is it going? Nice to meet you. I hope you're well tonight. So, but yeah, I just like to have fun and just kind of and play this as well. Like, It's called a mouth harp. What? Hang on a sec. What colour is your Bugatti? You can have Bugattis in whatever colour you want if you join the real world university. You gotta do the hands look. I'm Morpheus and you're Neo. Whatever he says. I'm ready to take you out the Matrix. Oh, God. It's so cringe, isn't it? Spring Matrix. What do you mean, Spring Matrix? I didn't lose the fight, I won it. Is that what he said or something? I'm not gonna make excuses. I mean, I could say that he was a bigger opponent than me, but I'm not gonna make excuses for why I lost. But he kind of just did though, didn't he? By saying it. Why say it though? He said he made millions from the fight, so he won. Yeah, that does sound like coping. I mean, he ended up getting some battered. He got pretty battered from it. Yeah, but like I bet the winner made a lot more though, didn't he? But him making millions is probably nothing to him, according to his supposed hundreds of millions of worth, nearly $1 billion supposedly. I mean, the hell are you on about? Crash gives Max jerk off record. What the hell? It's getting ridiculous now. Something. I made millions from that fight, so I won. I don't care that he beat me up and made me look like I'd just been like beat up by somebody. All that matters is I won money. I won millions. I've escaped the Matrix. I don't care if I win some match. It don't matter to me. I'm not broke. All these people are all broke. They're all jealous. They all envy me. They're all miserable and they only hate me because they want to be me. Hello, emoji guy. Oh, God. Yeah, all right, guys. Right, I'm going to get going for a minute. I'll be back soon. So I'll see you all soon, guys. Peace out.